Welcome back to part 4 of my Getting Started in DaVinci Resolve series. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the cut page interface. If you've missed the first few parts, you can go back and watch them here. The cut page is designed for speed, and it has everything you need to put a rough edit together quickly, not to be confused with the edit page itself, where you will most likely be doing the majority of your editing. There are 3 main areas on the cut page: the media pool, the viewer, and the timeline area. As with other menus in DaVinci Resolve, you're able to customize them to a certain extent to best suit your needs. You can choose to right-click and select Display Icons Only in the top navigation menu if you prefer that view. To change the size of the various panel areas, simply drag the dividing line between them. Alternatively, you can use the timeline handle to the right to adjust the size of the viewer. You have the option to hide the media pool and to show the sync bin, transitions, titles, or effects menus. You're also able to do a quick export directly from the cut page, along with the ability to go full screen and to show the inspector menu. It's important to choose the correct resolution for your project before you get started. Fortunately, on the cut page, there is a quick menu to do this. All you need to do is click on the drop-down menu to the right of the viewer and select the desired resolution. As mentioned in a previous video, the media pool will appear on other pages within DaVinci Resolve, giving you easy access to everything you need for your project. You have the option to choose how this appears by toggling between the different views: metadata view, thumbnail view, film strip view, and list view. We all have our preferred methods of working with media, so choose the one which works best for you. You can sort how the media is listed by selecting the drop-down menu to the top right of the media pool. You can also use the search function if you know exactly what you are looking for. As with other pages in Resolve, the viewer will display any media you select. You will find the controls for the viewer and the timeline just below the viewer itself. These include the Fast Review button. This is great for looking through lots of clips quickly. The Tools button. This gives you access to several controls to manipulate clips in the timeline, such as crop, speed, and stabilization. The Jog control. This is best used when you need precise control for looking through clips. The Transport controls. These are your standard non-linear editing controls for playing back media. The Mark In and Mark Out controls. These are buttons used to mark your in points and out points for your clips, but I personally prefer to use the I and O keyboard shortcuts. And finally, the numbers to the bottom right of the viewer are the playhead timecode. If you've already done some work to your project, you can bypass fusion and color effects by toggling the button towards the top right. To the right of the viewer, you will find the audio meter. Below the media pool and the viewer, you will find the timeline. This is where you will start to put together your projects. The timeline on the cut page is split into 2 sections, an upper and lower timeline. The upper timeline displays an overview of the entire sequence, whereas the lower timeline gives a more detailed display. Clips can be dragged between the 2 timelines. To the left of the timelines, you will find the locked or free playhead buttons. The locked playhead will keep it positioned in the center of the timeline, and the free playhead option will let you move it around the timeline. There are times where you may prefer to use one over the other, so the option is there should you need it. Depending on what media you have on your timeline, it will be split into different tracks. The controls for each track are on the left, and you can use these track header controls to choose what track is selected, if the audio is muted, or if the video is displayed or not. You would normally have your main footage, or A roll, on track 1, and your B roll on track 2 or above. The video on the highest track will display over the video on the lower tracks if they overlap. You can choose to display only the video or audio by selecting the corresponding buttons to the left of the timeline panel. Finally, below this, you have the timeline controls for snapping, audio trim, markers, and adding a new track. We will get into these more in the editing section of this series. In the next part, we'll be taking a look at the edit page interface. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, and you'd like to see more on getting started in DaVinci Resolve, as well as low-budget cinematography tips, you can subscribe here if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.